Hey everybody, it's John from Slots, Iowa. Thanks for tuning in. I think I have a pretty important subject to talk about today, and I want to give Mark from Gamble Smart some credit for this because I was watching their live show last week, their question and answer, and he was talking about when you walk into a casino, your thoughts on money change. And I've been thinking about this for a long time, and I can't agree with him more because really what happens, and before I get too far into this, hey, if you like my videos, would you subscribe and like? I'm really trying to get over 2,000 subscribers, so it's free. Just hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. It really would help me with the algorithms with YouTube. So if you could do that, I would appreciate it very much. So back to the subject. So you walk into a casino, and you walk in there, and let's say you got a $1 bill, okay? Well, really, what do you have in your hand? You got a $100 bill in your hand. Because what happens when you walk into a casino, at least 90% of us probably, we lose our minds. Because when we walk in, that $100 bill becomes a $1 bill. And you start throwing these in machines, they don't mean anything. Now, if you're outside the casino, and let's say you're at a restaurant, and your favorite hamburger has gone from $7 to $8, my God, this is terrible. This money, I can't afford to pay for this stuff anymore. You can't afford to pay an extra dollar when you walk into a casino with $100, and you throw that $100 in a machine, and sometimes it's gone within 5 minutes if you're betting $5, $10. I mean, if you're betting $10 to spin, it can be gone in 30 seconds. So what we have to start doing is we have to start realizing that our perception of money once we walk through those doors is skewed. And we're going to spend more money than what we intend to. So that's why it's really important when you walk into the casino that you have a plan. How much are you going to spend? Is it $100, $50, $500, $3,000? I don't know what your limit is. But one of the main things to do when you go to a casino is only lose the money that you can afford to lose, or only spend the money that you can afford to lose. Because most of the time, you're not going to walk out the door a winner. That's just the way it is. That's the way casinos are designed. If everybody that walked through the door won, there would be no casinos because they would make no profit. Okay? Yes, sometimes you win. It's a great day. You walk out of there, double your money, triple your money, sometimes even 10 times your money, I've never done that. My highest hand pay has been $2,200, my only hand pay, and it happened a year ago last July. So, and I go to the casino quite often. So it's all luck, folks. There's no magic formula. There's no buttons you can push, and nothing drives me more crazy than to be sitting next to somebody that's a button slapper or is wiping their hands all over the screen or slapping the screen. It's not going to do you any good. Okay, it's all based on a mathematical equation, and each machine has a different return to player percentage, whether that's 85% or 98% or whatever it is. Okay, but even if you have a 98% return to player machine, theoretically, if you put $100 in, you're only going to get $98 back. Okay, or the guy sitting next to you just hit a $10,000 jackpot. That means that has to be made up someplace else in the math. Okay. It doesn't mean that the machine says, oh, that guy won, now I got to change what I'm giving everybody else. No, over the life of the machine, which could be 30 years, could be 20 years, it has to meet that 98%. Well, you may be the one that only gets 1% or less than 1%. And the other person over here may get 500%. So if you watch these YouTube videos, there's no secret formula. It doesn't matter what time of day you play, whether it's 8 in the morning, 3 in the morning, 10 at night, doesn't matter. Okay? They don't change. They cannot go in the back room and get on a computer and change the theoretical wins of these machines. They're set, and most of the time they're set and they're never changed for the life of the machine. And if they are changed, that means somebody from the Gaming Commission or the Indian Gaming Commission has to come and stand over their shoulders and watch them change it. It's labor intensive. It's not something that can be done in 30 seconds. So let's get back to the original thought, okay? $100, $1. When you walk in, you got to remember, this is a lot of money. You could go outside the casino and go to the best steak place in town, and if you're and buy the best steak and a few drinks and have a really great time for a couple of hours on $100. You walk into the casino, that $100 may last you 30 seconds. Maybe if you're lucky, half an hour. Okay? So don't lose your mind when you walk into casinos. Only bet what you can afford to lose, set a budget, and what's the number one thing? Don't go to the ATM. Do not get out your debit card, because once you start pulling money out, they're going to start charging you $5, $10, $15 service fees. Okay? And you're probably pulling out money that you can't afford to lose. And even more importantly, don't put a credit card in there, because not only are you paying a service fee to the casino, you're probably paying a service fee to the credit card company, along with the interest that you're paying if you don't pay it off every month. So be a smart gambler, okay? Maybe that's an oxymoron, I don't know. Be a smart gambler, and be wary of what you're spending, because this is entertainment, folks. It's not a job. Yes, I know there are YouTube people out there that it is their job and they do it full time, but that's few and far between. And I don't know how they make money. I do know how. They make money off of YouTube royalties. They usually don't make money off of gambling. They usually lose every year. And if you watch any of them and they're honest with you, they'll say, you know, I'm 6 months into this and I'm down $100,000. So make sure that you're making good choices when you go in there. And you say, well, hey, you know, I get a free buffet. Well, yeah, that's true. That free buffet probably cost you $500. You could have gone outside the casino and had a buffet for $25. So put it all in perspective. Money is the same in the casino as money is the same on the outside of the casino. And be very careful on how you handle that money, because you can put yourself in a difficult situation very quickly. All right, hey, so I hope you guys have a great day. I'm rooting for you always. I hope to see you at the casino sometime. And again, please hit that subscribe and like button. I would appreciate it very much. And have a great day.